Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kings Connected. My name is Dylan Baker. In our last episode, we had a chance to sit down and chat with Senan Moore, a 2007 born forward who was signed with the Camoka Kings for the upcoming season. Senan talked about all the offseason preparation and training that he's doing in order to get ready for next year. That includes working with former Kings captain Blake McConnell Barker and with Kings assistant coach Brian McAllister, both on and off the ice, trying to get ready for a strong season in 2024-2025. Today, we've got another great guest as Nash Coffin joins the show. Nash is a native of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, who is signed with the Camoka Kings for this upcoming season. Nash, thank you so much for doing this. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Let's dive right into things. Now, I open every interview with a question about why you signed at Camoka, but I feel like this question's even more interesting for you because you're from all the way out in Prince Edward Island. So why Camoka? Why did you sign with the Camoka Kings for this year?
I just heard so much great things about the organization. Like my dad had played in the Goj before he played in the OHL beforehand, and I just heard like the best things about it. And Kamoka was one of the best organizations I heard. So it's awesome that I was able to sign.
Well, we're happy to have you with the Camoka Kings organization this year. Let's go back and talk about minor hockey a little bit. You spent some time with Central Attack, with the Charlottetown Knights, and in prep school as well. What kind of memories do you take away from your time in minor hockey?
I think like the biggest thing is just like all the people you meet along the way. And like throughout my journey in minor hockey, I feel like that the main thing to take away from it is that hockey's a marathon, not a sprint. And that you just gotta keep pushing forward and keep going to the next level and keep striving.
Absolutely. That's a really good way of looking at things. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the prep school system out in the Maritimes there, because you played in prep school the last couple of years. Not a lot of people around here maybe are familiar with how things work. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for RNS at least, like the day usually started for me around like 5:30 to 6 a.m. And typically you'd go to the gym and just get like a workout in or whatever. And then right after that, it was straight to like breakfast. And I believe school was like 8 to 4. So it was really long days. And then right after that, it'd be basically ice time from 5 to like 6:30 and then supper and then straight into studying for the rest of the night.
So definitely some long days for you, that's for sure.
Oh
Really
yeah.
interesting program that they've got over there. You mentioned your
Yeah.
dad and how he played in the GOJHL before he moved on to the OHL. He played for the Knights in the Ontario Hockey League. He's got some connections to this area. He played in youth sports and he played in the ECHL as well. How instrumental has he been, not only to your development as a hockey player, but your development as a person off the ice?
Oh, I mean, he's helped me beyond words, to say the least. Like every game or every practice that I'm having a bad practice or good practice, he's always there to have a phone call or to text me and say what I was doing good and how I can improve and just everything. He's always telling me to be humble no matter what the circumstances.
Well, awesome to hear that your dad has been such a great asset for you. So what have you been doing in order to get ready for next season?
Oh, well, I'm training basically, I'd say every day, like 7 days a week in the gym, on the ice, off ice training in the fields for sprints, shooting pucks, just everything, anything that can help me get prepared for the GOJHL.
Happy to hear that you're doing lots in terms of preparation. Is there a guy that you really enjoy watching play or that you model your game after?
Yeah, I mean, actually, Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett's been a player that I've enjoyed watching for the past couple of years, just because I feel like he's so impactful in the game, and people don't really realize it. Like he's always in the dirty areas, hitting guys. He can put the puck in the net, make plays, and as well, he's just like a stone face on the ice. Like he shows no emotion whatsoever, and that's like awesome to watch.
Sam Bennett, a really interesting player. He's certainly very physical, does not shy away from the greasy areas, as you mentioned, and the stone face. Yeah, I think Paul Maurice made a joke after the Stanley Cup that he saw Sam Bennett smile for the first time that day. So yes, no, Sam Bennett, a very good guy to model your game after. What are you most looking forward to in Camoka next season, Nash?
I can't wait, honestly, to meet all my teammates and King staff. Like I wanna make playoffs too, and I just feel like we need to really get to know each other, and I feel like that's how teams make it far in playoffs and eventually win everything.
Team chemistry obviously very big, and you mentioned making the playoffs going to be even more difficult this season with the realignment of the conferences in the GOJHL. Now 12 teams in
Yeah.
the Camoka Kings conference. Last question for you: if there's one thing that you want Camoka Kings fans to know about Nash Coffin, what is it?
I think I'm gonna say is I'm just a quiet kid from Prince Edward Island who's gonna give you 100% every single night.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing it, Nash. Thank you so much for doing this, and have a good one.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Once again, that was Nash Coffin, a forward who is signed with the Camoka Kings for the upcoming 2024-2025 season. A big thank you to Nash for jumping on the show today. He mentioned he's a kid from Prince Edward Island. He loves the game of hockey, and he's going to be a big asset for the Camoka Kings, not only in his offensive touch and the skill he brings to the ice, but also the physicality that he's got. He's not afraid to go into the corners and to battle for pucks. He's going to be a very, very physical guy, not afraid to lay the body either, and going to be a very big asset for the Camoka Kings in this upcoming 2024-2025 season. A big thank you to Nash once again for jumping on the show, and a thank you to all of you for tuning in to another episode of Kings Connected. We'll be back very soon with another great guest.